Hi guys, Kizzlekicks here and welcome back to another episode of this FIFA 15 career mode. We're going to jump straight into a Premier League game now, straight into some action as we travel to Upton Park, or the Boleyn Ground as you might otherwise call it, to take on West Ham, another tricky side. They're not having a particularly good season. I think they're scrapping down at the lower end of the table, but plenty of quality in their side. They've got Sacco and Carroll up top. They've got ability to score goals. You've got Kevin Nolan, Mark Noble, Stuart Downing, and Kouyaté in the middle. That's very hard working with a bit of creativity as well. And you can see there Gardos playing at centre-back. They picked him up from ourselves, obviously. Greaves Callahan up top, Henderson in the cam. A little bit different side for us now. We've got Munir starting on the left. Other than that, it's pretty much the same. Ramirez and Schneiderlin in the middle. And a back pairing even of Hoffman and Zuma. But you can see here early on, Munir was eager to show us what he can do. Hasn't played a lot of games this season. He takes the ball past Joey O'Brien with ease, and the West Ham man goes straight into the book just on the 10-minute mark. And it took us 15 minutes to create our first chance. The ball was played into the feet of Greaves Callahan. He made half a yard for himself and hit a left-footed shot destined for the bottom corner, but it was well saved from Adrian. And then some good play from West Ham. Andy Carroll in particular lifts the ball over the top to Noble. He fed Stuart Downing, who had a great opportunity to give the home side the lead, but it was well saved from Fraser Forster. But we didn't deal particularly well with the resulting corner. Sacco found enough space and he managed to head the home side in front just before the half-hour mark. So not the start we were looking for. Chances were few and far between in this game. But you can see here Sacco, no one marking him at all, really bad defending, and West Ham go in front. But Munir picks up the ball again here. He picks out Video with a very good pass, and the shot didn't seem to threaten, but it wasn't actually too far away, and Adrian, I think, was beaten. But we get caught on the break again here. Andy Carroll coming down the left. He crosses the ball in. Ryan Bertrand just lets it hit his back. Didn't really know much about it, and the football fell straight to the feet of Sacco, who could grab his second of the game and give West Ham a 2-goal advantage just before half-time. You can see here, I'm not entirely sure what Ryan Bertrand was doing. That's just not good enough. No excuses for that, but West Ham doubled their lead before the break. We move into stoppage time at the end of the first half here. Again, Munir involved. Ramirez plays the ball to Greaves Callahan. He turns. The shot is saved from Adrian, but he could only parry it right back into danger, where Jordan Henderson reacted the quickest. It was a good poacher's goal, really. Good play, good feet from Callahan. A fierce left-footed strike, but Henderson mops up the rebound to get us back in the game just before half-time. That was a crucial goal, really. And we had a really positive start to the second half. You can see here Video using his pace, using his trickery to get down the right-hand side, and he was brought down by Joey O'Brien, who you remember was booked early in the first half, and he's going to receive his marching orders, a straight red. Still plenty of time to go, around 35 minutes left. West Ham are going to play with 10 men, and you can see here it was the correct decision. He gets absolutely nothing on the ball. So at this point we were confident we could get ourselves back into it. Jordan Henderson tries to catch Adrian out with the free kick. He doesn't fall for it, and the rebound is miscued horribly from young Greaves Callahan. But from the resulting throw-in, we have some good patient build-up here, and Ramirez finds himself in space on the edge of the box, but his effort sailed over the bar. We made a triple change. Mane, Long and Gaston Ramirez coming on to replace Greaves Callahan, Jordan Henderson and Munir. Henderson particularly disappointed to be substituted, especially after his goal, but Mane almost immediately involved as he picks up the ball, runs straight at the heart of the West Ham defence, and the shot actually deflects wide off Gardos. And we began to run out of time, so we sort of panicked a bit, really, but we got the ball to Video, the danger man. He used his trickery to get down the right-hand side, and somehow, I don't know how, don't ask me, managed to squeeze the ball in from the tightest of angles. Just under 20 minutes left, we got ourselves level. You can see here, he just manages to poke it under the goalkeeper, and Shane Long, just to make sure, comes steaming in, but it is Video's goal. The ball had already crossed the line before Long decided to smash it into the back of the net. So, just under 18 minutes to go now for us to find that winner. 8 minutes left as we have this attack. Nathaniel Klein picks out Video on the right. He, good trickery, good feet, keeps the ball under very close control, cuts back inside and is brought down by Andy Carroll, and the referee points to the spot. So we've got the chance now to really complete that comeback. It was a lazy challenge, a striker's tackle really, from Andy Carroll. He just kept his eyes on the ball, but Munir's feet, he just manages to move it away from Carroll at the very last minute. There wasn't a lot of contact. Video does exaggerate it a little bit with the fall, but Shane Long with the chance with 5 minutes to go against 10 men to surely give us all 3 points, a valuable 3 points that we very much need. Can he keep his cool? Can he find a way past Adrian? Yes, he can. Sends him the wrong way, smashes the ball into the opposite top corner, and you can see how much that means to the boys. Look at that. Shane Long and a bit of a bundle. They know it's a fantastic comeback here, and it's not an easy ground to come and get a result. But they know that that penalty gives us all 3 points to keep the pressure on the league leaders Chelsea. As we come into the second half of the season, we come forward again in stoppage time as we look to wrap the game up. Thought about going to the corner, but then we thought no, against 10 men we really should be looking to use our pace, and Video does just that, smashes the ball straight at Adrian. He gets a hand on it, but the power takes the ball past him. The travelling fans are absolutely delighted with the comeback. It looked for a minute, especially when West Ham got their second goal, that we were going to come away from here with nothing. That wasn't the case, and you can see here just after West Ham kick-off the sound of the final whistle. So valuable 3 points, a good comeback. It shows the spirit of the team, led by that man Morgan Schneiderlin. He had a good game, but that man stole the show, Video, with a couple of goals, some good assists as well, and we get a valuable 3 points for the 4-2 win. Been really impressed with the way the side's been playing this year. It feels a lot better than last season, even though we're not right at the top of the table. I think we could be soon, but we've got a very tough test here as we travel to the Emirates to take on Arsenal side full of quality. You can see Alexis Sanchez, Danny Welbeck, the Ox, Ramsey, William Carvalho, of course, who was key for us last year, also in their squad, and they've got a great bench as well. Jovetic, Özil, Giroud, Wilshere, Debussy on there as well, so real options for Arsenal. Our side is back to a more familiar one. Long leading the line, Draxler in cam, Podolski obviously against his former club wide left, Video wide right, and the rest is pretty much a standard, although Fonte, after some poor performances from Hoffman, comes back in to partner Zuma at the back. We got off to a very positive start though. Ramirez cut through the heart of the Arsenal defence, had a great opportunity. It looked as though he'd beaten the keeper and fired the ball into the bottom corner, but somehow he managed to miss the target. But we weren't to be denied though. The ball finds Shane Long here, some fantastic footwork. Sees him brought down right on the edge of the area, and Podolski's been a bit of a free kick specialist this season. We saw him score a couple, add that one to the list. Pace, accuracy, it had everything. Against his former club, we thought he might not celebrate, but sod it, he's going for it. He knows what an important goal that could be early on to set us on our way to hopefully another 3 points, but we know there is a long way to go in this game, particularly against a very strong Arsenal side. And now brimming with confidence and the 1-goal lead, we continue to attack Arsenal. You can see here Shane Long picking the ball up just inside his own half, running directly at the defence, and he squares the ball eventually on a plate for Video, who slides in and somehow manages not to convert the ball into the back of the net. He was at full stretch, but still you would expect a player of his quality to tuck away that chance, and such is the unfortunate circumstances of that. The ball actually rebounds off the post, hits Video and rolls wide. But just before half-time, Arsenal had an attack of their own. Alexis Sanchez feeding the ball into Ramsey, but his effort was horribly miscued and went out for a throw-in. But that wasn't the end of the pressure, because from that throw-in, which was actually given Arsenal's way to our surprise, it must have taken a nick off Forster. Koscielny fed the ball inside to Tomasz Rosicky. He gets the ball back with a nice 1-2 with Chamberlain and somehow manages to miss the target himself with a right-footed drive. So after being on the back foot, we welcomed the half-time break, and we had a more positive start to the second half. Morgan Schneiderlin with some great footwork there, not known for his scoring ability, decided to try and finesse one into the back of the net there, but Ospina gathers that with ease, and the ball was thumped forward, picked out Danny Welbeck, and they cut through the defence far too easily as he plays in Aaron Ramsey, and that is a quality finish. You can see Fraser Forster completely rooted to the spot. He knew he had absolutely no chance with that effort, but a really, really disappointing goal to concede. It's a goal kick. Welbeck's got the time in the middle to bring it down unchallenged, and immediately Ramsey has made a run through the defence, no one tracking him whatsoever, but don't take anything away from the finish. That is top class. And that galvanised the home side. Danny Welbeck here, you can see he picked out the Ox, got the ball back, and unfortunately a wild swing with his left foot sees the ball go harmlessly over the bar. We made a couple of changes. Callahan, Mane and Henderson coming on this time, I think it was Henderson. But Arsenal brought on Stevan Jovetic, obviously a very good player. They've signed him from Man City. The ball comes into the box, eventually from Ramsey to the back stick. It's headed down from Sanchez, and somehow Jovetic with his first touch managed to beat Ramirez to the ball, even though the Saints man looked favourite to win it, and head the ball into the top corner. It looked like an own goal, but it wasn't, and Arsenal had the lead very late on in this game. You can see here just 3 minutes to go. Kurt Zouma of all people, as we're all out attack, looking to get the better of the Arsenal defence. He does win a free kick with 2 minutes left. Surely this would be the final opportunity now. Just 30 seconds of normal time to go. Jordan Henderson's effort comes back off the post, and you can see now we're deep into stoppage time. Could we get anything out of this game? Schneiderlin lines up a shot. He's brought down on the edge of the area, everybody stops, expecting the free kick to be given, except Schneiderlin himself, who just gets up and smashes the ball into the back of the net, and we come away. We know we're going to come away with at least a point here, because straight from kickoff we win the ball back deep into stoppage time, and we feed the ball out wide to Vidio, and he had the chance to run at the Arsenal defence. He got the better of his man, skipped into the area, and it looked as though he was going to be brought down for a penalty. He stayed on his feet, just has to cut the ball back, but a massive interception from Koscielny, and the full-time whistle blows. So after being 2-1 down in stoppage time, we're almost disappointed to come away with a point, but good spirit again in the comeback. I'm disappointed in the way that we let the lead slip originally, but it was important that we didn't come away from the Emirates with nothing. But there was no time to dwell on that as we welcomed Hull City to St Mary's. Hull are a team that traditionally have given us some problems. This was the game we lost last season, which probably cost us the chances of the title. I can't remember if we lost or drew, but we definitely dropped points here in the latter stages of last season against Hull, and we narrowly missed out on the league title. So we weren't about to make the same mistake again, at least if we could help it, and we were just going to do a professional job and hopefully get the 3 points that we desperately need. Dream start then. 18 minutes into the game, Morgan Schneiderlin, who had been key for us, pounced on the loose ball, fed the ball out wide to Vidio. He had a lot to do here, but a neat piece of trickery to get past 2 or 3 players, and then he smashed the ball into the top corner of the net. Absolutely no chance for the keeper as we have a look at the replay, particularly with Shane Long treading almost right on his toes. But Vidio, with some more footwork again, he had the opportunity to make it 2, and it looked like he was going to grab his second with the ball arrowing towards the same top corner, but the keeper kept him out, and then he denied Shane Long as well. Fantastic half volley from the striker as he found himself in a yard of space. But Hull City just the one chance before half time. It was a very tame header. Fraser Forster easily equal to it. But early in the second half, they put us under pressure again. A long shot from distance, but well saved from Fraser Forster. But we had some chances of our own. You can see here, this is going to be a fantastic reflex save from the goalkeeper. Is it Pyatov? I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but for a big lad, he has got some fantastic acrobatic skills, and he managed to keep that out. And Luis Muriel, this time the keeper didn't know much about it. Eventually it's cleared off the line from Quinn, but Muriel nearly got himself in on the act and doubled our lead. But Hull were going to have some chances of their own. Anything you can do, I can do better, said Fraser Forster. Another big goalkeeper with some superb reflexes. That header was destined for the top corner, but he threw a hand up and managed to knock it over the bar. But some comical defending here between Muriel and Zuma gave Hull City a fantastic chance to equalise, and Doy's effort beats Fraser Forster but comes back off the post, and we eventually get it clear. But some really good one-touch football from Hull here as they keep us on the back foot, sees them work their way into another opportunity. Forster is drawn out of his goal, and as they hit the effort, Morgan Schneiderlin bravely chucks himself in front of it to clear the danger. With just a minute to go then, we look to secure the lead. Greaves Callaghan surely was going to tuck this away. He was denied, and then Gaston Ramirez with the second effort. It looked certain to be a goal. Was denied again from the keeper with a fantastic double save, and deep into stoppage time Hull had another effort, but it was saved from Fraser Forster. Gaston Ramirez then came forward for us as we looked to wrap things up. He teed up Greaves Callaghan, who touched it on once more to Vidio, who unfortunately blazed over, completely lost his composure. Out of character for him, but it didn't matter. The final whistle went, so he picked up another 3 points following on from the win at West Ham and the draw at Arsenal. So 7 points in total this episode. I stupidly made a mistake and didn't show the league table, so I'm going to put that up for you now in a speech bubble form. But a massive blow after that game is our captain Morgan Schneiderlin come to us to say that he wants to leave the club. He's feeling unsettled, particularly bad time in the season. As we're chasing that title, it would be to lose him. But he says he's unsettled. We don't want to keep players that don't want to be at the club, so we decided to try and cash in. We put him on the transfer list, as did we transfer list Luis Muriel, who'd been disappointing since his move from Udinese. So we tried to cash in. You can see confirmation of all the players that are on the transfer list on the screen at the moment as we look to raise some cash in the upcoming transfer window. But thanks for watching, guys. We will be back with another episode very soon. Follow me on Twitch and Twitter. Cheers for watching.